The next topic that we'll talk of is to find the area of a triangle whose vertices are given. Whose vertices are given. What does this tell you? Let's say we have a triangle. Let's say we have a triangle ABC and we are interested and whose coordinates are given x1, y1, whose coordinates of the vertices are given x2, y2 and x3, y3, and we are interested in finding out its area. So the formula that we'll use is area equals to half modulus of, why are we using modulus? Because area is never negative, the value of area is always positive. Now, how do we write this? Start out from any of the vertex. You can write the coordinates of any of the vertex. Start with any vertex. Let's say we start with A, x1, y1. Then follow either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. After x1, y1, let's say we write x2, y2. Then we write x3, y3. And we'll go back to the point where we started out. Therefore, after x3, y3, where will we end? From the point where we started. You could have also written this as, you could have started out from B point. You could have written this like this. Let's say x2, y2, x3, y3, x1, y1, and where will you end? From the point where you started, x2, y2. This is one and the same thing. This will give you one and the same answer. Now what do we have to do is start knitting. Multiply x1 with y2 and subtract x2 into y1. Then multiply x2 into y3 and subtract x3 into y2. Then multiply x3 into y1 and subtract x1 into y3. Now, how will we write this? Half mod x1 into y2 minus x2 into y1. Concentrate on this part. x1 into y2 minus x2 into y1. Then what we'll do? We'll add. What is the next bracket? This one. This would be x2 into y3 minus x3 into y2 plus, we'll concentrate on the third bracket, x3 into y1 minus x1 into y3 and mod. We'll find this value. This will give you the area of the triangle. Now, if this value of A comes out to be 0, if this area comes out to be 0, what does this tell you? It tells you that the points A, B, C are collinear. What do you mean by collinear? If two or more points lie on a straight line, then points are called collinear points. Collinear points. 2 points are always collinear. That is, if you have 2 points, you can draw a straight line through it. These 2 points will always lie on a straight line. But the problem comes when we have 3 points. Let's say this is your third point. Now these 3 points are not lying on the same straight line. These are lying on different lines. If all the 3 points lie on a straight line, then these points will be called when more than 2 points. When more than 2 points lie on a straight line, because 2 points will always be collinear. We have to think of the case when there are more than 2 points. If 2 or more points, or rather more than 2 points lie on a straight line, then these points will be called collinear. Now if they are collinear, the area formed by them would be 0. So therefore this is the condition. This is one of the conditions for proving points to be collinear. If we have to prove 3 points collinear, what should we do? We should show that their area is 0. Simple. We should show that their area is 0. Now let's take an example on it. Let's say find the area of a triangle whose vertices are, let's say A 1, 2, B 2, 3, C -4, -5. Okay. Now what is our formula? A half, we can assume any one of them as x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Let's say this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2, and let's say this is x3, y3. So what should we do? We should draw this structure. We can start out from any of the points. Let's say we start with x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, and we'll end at the point where we started out, x1, y1. Now plug in the values. What do we get? See, what is x1, y1? 1, 2. Then x2, y2, 2, 3. Then -4, -5. And then we'll write 1 and 2. Start knitting. Now, how will we write this? Half mod 1 into 3 minus 2 into 2. Concentrate on this part. 1 into 3 minus 2 into 2 plus, then concentrate on this part. 2 into -5 minus 3 into -4 plus, concentrate on the third one. -4 into 2 minus 1 into -5, and we'll solve this. Half 3 minus 4 plus -10 plus 12 plus -8 plus 5. This is simple arithmetic. -1 plus 2 minus 3. What do we get? Half. This is -4 and plus 2 -2. But what does the mod do? It gives you a positive output. Half into 2. Therefore 1 square unit. Therefore the area of the triangle which is formed by these three coordinates is of area 1 square unit. Had this value been 0, then we would have said that these 3 points are collinear.